Sharon and Noah are trapped, Matt has the upper hand, and time is starting to run out. For Nick and Adam, this is the nightmare they feared most, because now it is not just about finding the people they love, it is about getting to them before Matt's next move changes everything. On Monday, April 27, the Young and the Restless spoilers put Sharon and Noah right in the center of danger, with Matt holding them and leaving them with fewer options by the minute. They are not just waiting for help anymore, they are caught in a situation where every second matters, and the people trying to save them may already be walking into another disaster. Riza gives Nick and Adam the break they have been desperate for. She tips them off about where Matt is holding Sharon and Noah, and that is all the brothers need to hear. There is no hesitation. Nick and Adam race off, ready to play hero. But in Genoa City, rushing in to save the day does not always mean the day gets saved. Nick and Adam have tried this kind of rescue before, and it has not exactly gone smoothly. Their hearts may be in the right place, but Matt is dangerous, and this situation is too fragile for pride, impulse, or old family patterns to get in the way. Sharon and Noah need help, but if Nick and Adam make one wrong move, they could make everything worse. That is where the possibility of reinforcements begins to matter. Chelsea and Sienna believe they can help. They think they may be able to save everyone, and given what is at stake, they are not going to sit quietly on the sidelines. Chelsea would do anything for Adam, and Sienna would do anything for Noah. Their loyalty pulls them straight into the danger, because this is not just some distant crisis. This is personal. Adam's life is tied to Chelsea's heart, and Noah's fate is tied to Sienna's. If there is a chance to help them, they are going to take it. That leaves Nick focused on Sharon, and poor Sharon is still trapped in Matt's orbit, caught in a nightmare that no one can afford to underestimate. Nick wants to save her. He needs to save her. But wanting it badly enough does not mean he can control what happens next. The rescue attempt has all the pieces of a classic Genoa City crisis. A dangerous captor, a desperate family, brothers who do not always work well together, trying to put old tension aside because the stakes are too high. Loved ones pulled into the chaos because standing back feels impossible. And somewhere in the middle of it all are Sharon and Noah, with Matt holding the power and everyone else scrambling to catch up. The real question is whether Nick and Adam are racing toward a rescue or racing right into Matt's trap, because Matt is not someone who can be handled casually. If he has Sharon and Noah, then he has leverage. And if he knows people are coming, then Nick, Adam, Chelsea and Sienna could all be stepping into a situation that is already prepared for them. There is also the emotional weight of who is trying to save whom. Chelsea is there because of Adam. Her loyalty to him has always been complicated, but when danger closes in, the truth becomes simple. She will show up. She will fight for him. She will do what she believes has to be done. Sienna's connection to Noah gives her the same kind of urgency. Noah is not just another person caught in trouble, he is someone she cares about deeply enough to risk herself for. And Nick, as always, is pulled towards Sharon with everything he has. Their history is long, messy, and emotional, but in moments like this, the past does not disappear, it comes rushing back. Sharon is in danger, and Nick is not going to leave her there. Still, the question hanging over all of them is whether love and determination will be enough, because this is not just about finding a location. Riza may have given Nick and Adam the information they needed, but information is only the beginning. Once they get there, they still have to face Matt. They still have to get Sharon and Noah out safely. They still have to avoid turning one hostage situation into an even bigger disaster. And with Chelsea and Sienna pulled into the rescue effort, the circle of risk only gets wider. At the same time, another emotional conflict is unfolding back in Genoa City, And this one is quieter, but still deeply personal. Abby has been angry with Devon, and with good reason. Devon took it upon himself to push hard against Mariah, trying to put her in prison. In his mind, he was protecting Dominic. That was his explanation. That was the reason he gave. But Abby saw it differently. To her, Devon went too far. Protecting Dominic matters, of course it does. But the way Devon handled the situation made Abby feel like he had crossed a line. And once that line was crossed, it sparked a painful argument between them. This was not just a disagreement about Mariah, it was about trust. It was about judgment. It was about who gets to decide what is best for Dominic and how far someone should go in the name of protecting him. Devon believed he was acting out of love and fear. Abby believed he let that fear carry him too far. Now, the spoilers suggest Abby is willing to hear Devon out. She is ready to admit that maybe he was right about some things. Not everything, not all of it, but some things. That matters because Abby does not give in easily when she feels someone has mishandled something important. And Dominic is as important as it gets. So for Abby to soften even a little means she may be starting to see Devon's side more clearly. But that does not mean everything between them is fixed. There is a difference between listening and fully forgiving. There is a difference between admitting someone had a point and agreeing with everything they did. Abby may be willing to meet Devon halfway, but that does not erase the hurt or the tension between them. Their reconciliation could be fragile from the start. Because even if Abby accepts that Devon's fears came from a real place, she still has to decide whether she can trust his choices. And Devon has to decide whether he can respect Abby's boundaries when Dominic is involved. That is not a small thing. When a child is at the center of a conflict, emotions run hotter. People act faster. They justify more. They convince themselves that the end result matters more than the damage done along the way. Devon thought he was protecting Dominic. Abby thought he was punishing Mariah too harshly. Now both of them have to live in the space between those two truths, and the question is whether they can find their way back to each other, or whether this is only a temporary calm before the next argument. While Sharon and Noah's danger brings immediate fear, and Abby and Devon try to sort through their emotional fallout, Kane's story takes a very different turn. Because once again, Kane seems to land right in the middle of unbelievable good fortune. He has already built a company powerful enough to challenge Victor Newman in just 5 years. That alone is the kind of accomplishment that would make anyone in Genoa City take notice. Victor Newman is not easy to challenge. People spend lifetimes trying to compete with him, and most of them do not even come close. But Kane somehow did it. Then there is the AI program. This program seems able to do whatever the storyline needs it to do at any given moment. 1 minute it is a technological marvel, the next it is the perfect tool for whatever problem happens to be unfolding. It has become another sign that Kane is being placed in a position where almost anything can happen around him, and now his luck may be turning in an even bigger direction. It looks like Kane might be a genetic match for Malcolm, the one person who can save his life. That changes everything. If Kane is the match Malcolm needs, then he is not just the man with the fast-rising company or the mysterious AI advantage. He becomes the person who can step in and potentially save a life. And not just any life, Malcolm's life. That is the kind of move that carries emotional power. It changes how people see you. It changes how people talk about you. It can turn suspicion into admiration, doubt into gratitude, and distance into connection. And then there is Lily. How is Lily supposed to resist a move like that? Kane already has history with her, and history has a way of becoming very loud when someone suddenly does something heroic. If Kane becomes Malcolm's match, then Lily may be forced to look at him in a different light again. not because everything from the past disappears, but because saving someone's life is not a small thing. It is the kind of act that can reopen feelings people thought they had locked away. The spoilers frame it almost like a winning play for Kane. Game, set, match. Because if he can challenge Victor, create a powerful AI program, and possibly save Malcolm's life, then Kane starts looking less like a man chasing redemption and more like someone who keeps being handed the perfect opportunity to come out on top. But that does not mean everyone will simply trust him. In Genoa City, good fortune often comes with questions. When someone rises too quickly, people wonder how. When someone has the perfect solution at the perfect time, people wonder why. And when someone who already has complicated ties to Lily suddenly becomes the possible hero of Malcolm's story, the emotional stakes get even messier. Still, for now, the possibility alone is enough to shift the energy around Kane. If he is Malcolm's genetic match, then he may hold the key to saving him. And that would put Lily in a very difficult emotional position. Because gratitude is powerful, relief is powerful, and when someone you once cared about becomes the person who may save someone important, it is hard not to feel something. Meanwhile, the danger around Sharon and Noah is still the biggest storm on the horizon. Nick and Adam are racing toward them, with Riza's information guiding the way, but they may not be prepared for what Matt has planned. Chelsea and Sienna are ready to help, driven by love and loyalty, but that could put them in the line of fire too. Everyone believes they're doing what they have to do. Nick believes he has to get Sharon out. Adam believes he has to act before it is too late. Chelsea believes she can help Adam. Sienna believes she can help Noah. And Sharon and Noah are trapped, waiting for a chance that may be getting smaller by the minute. That is what makes this spoiler so tense. It is not just one rescue, it is a chain reaction. One tip from Riza sends Nick and Adam into motion. Their decision pulls Chelsea and Sienna closer to the danger. Matt's control over Sharon and Noah puts everyone on edge. And if anyone miscalculates, the rescue could fall apart before it even begins. Back with Abby and Devon, the emotional question is quieter but still important. Can Abby really accept Devon's explanation? Can Devon admit that protecting Dominic may not excuse everything he did? Can they repair what was damaged before the next crisis tests them again? Abby is willing to hear him out, and that is a start. But it is only a start, because when trust has been shaken, one conversation does not always fix it. Sometimes it only opens the door to a deeper conversation, and sometimes it exposes how far apart two people still are. Devon may believe he was right to protect Dominic at all costs. Abby may agree with some of his concerns, but still reject the way he acted on them. That tension is not going to disappear just because they both want peace. And that leaves several stories hanging in very uncertain places. Sharon and Noah are still in danger. Nick and Adam are trying to save them, but their rescue plan may need more than courage. Chelsea and Sienna are stepping in, but that could put even more hearts at risk. Abby and Devon may be moving toward reconciliation, but their disagreement over Mariah and Dominic could still pull them apart. And Kane may be on the verge of a heroic turn that could change Malcolm's fate and possibly shift Lily's feelings all over again. Monday's spoilers set up a day where love pushes people into action, fear clouds judgment, and one dangerous situation could explode before anyone is ready. So now the question is, when Nick and Adam finally reach Sharon and Noah, will they save them in time? Or will Matt be waiting with one final move that no one sees coming?